Well, greetings, business communication students. This is Mr. Doucette. This is week number 6 of our 15-week course in business communications, BCOT247, here at Cerritos College. And this week we're going to be looking at completing business messages. And there's a few very important things I do want to highlight for you out of Chapter 4. But Chapter 4 is really one of the more critical chapters because it basically is where we should really be spending most of our time when it comes to creating business documents or the like. So we're going to be focusing on completing your message, proofreading it and editing it, and then adding design elements that improve readability. And that's really the key to this chapter, in my opinion. Is one thing about business writing that you'll learn is that business writing it's meant to be very visibly presentable. So it's not just paragraphs of text on a page, but you use design elements to improve the readability of your document. Things like bullet lists, headings, bold text throughout the paragraphs, all caps, things to really grab your reader's eye as they're scanning through and reading your document. And in fact, the more scannable that you can make your document, the less they have to read the details and the better you're going to be able to communicate your message, and you're not going to be somebody that people fear getting a letter or email or memo from, because they're going to know that you're going to make it very presentable. So that's really what Chapter 4 kind of focuses on, is that idea of what we call readability and scannability of your documents when it comes to finalizing them. So here I am in our homepage or dashboard in Canvas. I'm going to go ahead and select our course, and then that does bring us into our homepage. And of course, we just are going to be finishing this week module number 1. And so that means that all of your assignments that we've been working on are due. Your discussion post assignment will be due this week. Your individual presentation that you've been working on will be due this week. And then along with your quiz and check-in assignment. So as we move ahead here then to week number 6, we have Chapter 4, check-in assignment. So check-in assignment number 6, because it's week 6, and then Chapter 4, because that's the chapter we're in. There's a PowerPoint here on Chapter 4. There's a quiz on Chapter 4, and then you have your first exam. By the way, this is the week before spring break. Next week is spring break if you're watching this during the spring term. So that's good. You get to do your exam, you get to finish everything up, and then you get to not worry about anything over spring break. So again, we will be, I'll be moving this individual presentation down here, as well as your discussion post. So those are both also due this Sunday coming up. I'll be changing those in a minute to say complete discussion post number 1 and complete your individual presentation. There is a video in the assignment itself on what I'm looking for in the presentation, so make sure that you watch that. And that you upload your presentation. I just want to let you know that some students do have trouble uploading it. Maybe their internet speed isn't good at home, or maybe they just have a bad connection. So keep in mind, you may not be able to easily upload it. You might have to upload it to YouTube and then upload it to Canvas, or actually copy the link and put that into Canvas. Either way, if you have any trouble getting it uploaded, please let me know right away. And this is a very critical assignment. It's worth 20% of your grade, so you can't get above a B unless you complete it. If you don't complete it, you can't get any higher than a B, and that's if you get ace everything else. So make sure you don't neglect doing this assignment, and if you're having trouble, please let me know right away. Also, your discussion post is worth 50 points, and on this discussion post, again, you're supposed to have made an initial list of your 10 do's and don'ts of business presentations. Really, it should be 2 lists, one about your presentation and one about your presentation slides or software. Then you're supposed to also view and comment on at least 2 other students' lists, and then edit your list and give me a final list on the last week. So this is the last week. So you should have done those other things first. This week you should be focused on giving me your final list. And that's what I'll be looking for. By the way, if all the dates are the same, like they're all this week, all the same day, you'll lose points for that. So there should be dates that are older on your initial post, dates that are older on your comments on other students' posts, and then your final list should be sometime this week if you've not done it already. So that's kind of how the assignment goes. And that will end our first of 3 modules, as I mentioned, and then we'll be starting into business writing, starting up after your spring break. And I'll be doing a Zoom session, or at least I have a recorded Zoom session that I did last semester on the topic of what business writing is and how it's different. And it's absolutely critical that you watch that video because you will not know what I'm looking for in the writing assignments. You'll also get low grades on your writing assignments, and it'll also make it a lot more work for me to have to teach you individually through your writing assignment what you did wrong. And probably what I'll end up doing, which I do every semester now, is if you didn't get any of it and I can tell you didn't watch the video, I'll give you a 0 and instruct you to go watch the video and then resubmit your assignment. So that way you know what I'm looking for. So make sure you watch that video. You can start doing that if you want to over your spring break. But either way, enjoy your spring break and make sure you don't neglect getting all the assignments done before spring break that you have currently due. And that way you can really enjoy your time off and not have to think about doing homework. Instead, you can be thinking about getting ahead into the next week's worth of work. So have a great spring break, everybody. We'll see you after that. And I will be doing another